For 50 years, humanity had played the role of junior partners in the Galactic Coalition. They accepted inferior trade agreements, stationed their fleets in defensive positions only, and deferred to the elder species on matters of galactic policy. The Zenthri Dominion controlled military doctrine. The Arxian Collective managed economic policy. The Luminary Council dictated cultural standards. And humanity smiled, nodded, and complied with every directive. Admiral Chen stood on the bridge of the TCNS Vindication, watching the Zenthri war fleet assemble at the edge of human space. 53 dreadnoughts, each one larger than anything in humanity's official naval registry. They weren't here for war, not yet. This was a show of force, a reminder that humanity existed at the Coalition's pleasure.
"Admiral, the Zenthri commander is hailing us,"
reported Lieutenant Okafor.
"He's demanding we stand down our border patrols and allow their fleet passage through the Kepler corridor."
Chen nodded slowly. The Kepler corridor connected human space to 3 of humanity's most productive colonies. Allowing a foreign military fleet unrestricted passage was tantamount to surrender of sovereignty. The Zenthri knew this. They were testing humanity's resolve, expecting the usual compliance.
"Open a channel,"
Chen ordered.
"And Lieutenant, execute Protocol Nightfall."
Okafor's fingers hesitated over her console. Protocol Nightfall wasn't in any official military database. It was a contingency plan that only a handful of officers even knew existed.
"Sir, are you certain?" 50 years is long enough,"
Chen replied.
"Open the channel."
Commander Vex Thor's scaled face appeared on screen, his expression radiating confidence.
"Admiral Chen, the Dominion requires passage through your territory. You will withdraw your patrol ships immediately." "Commander, I'm afraid I can't do that,"
Chen said calmly.
"This is not a request. The Coalition Council has authorized our passage. Your government agreed to Coalition oversight of territorial disputes. About that,"
Chen smiled thinly,
"we've decided to renegotiate our Coalition membership terms. Effective immediately."
Vex Thor's crest flared in irritation.
"You cannot simply renegotiate." "We're not renegotiating,"
Chen interrupted.
"We're demonstrating why you'll accept our new terms."
On Chen's command, every human vessel in this sector activated systems that weren't supposed to exist. Stealth fields dropped away from 300 ships that had been hiding in plain sight, disguised as civilian traffic, asteroids, and background radiation. Weapons ports opened on cargo haulers that were actually mobile weapons platforms. And defensive satellites that the Coalition believed were simple communication relays revealed their true purpose as directed energy cannons. The Zenthri fleet found themselves surrounded by firepower that tripled their own. But that wasn't what made Vex Thor's expression shift from arrogance to shock.
"Explain those energy signatures,"
Vex Thor demanded, his voice losing its commanding edge.
"Those would be our singularity drive ships,"
Chen replied.
"The technology you told us was impossible to develop. We've had it operational for 20 years. Impossible. Our scientists confirmed. Your scientists examined what we showed them. Did you really think a species that went from atmospheric flight to moon landing in 60 years couldn't innovate faster than civilizations that had been spacefaring for millennia?"
Chen leaned forward.
"We've been holding back, Commander. Playing weak. Learning everything we could about Coalition technology, politics, and military doctrine while you all assumed we were just grateful primitives."
Chen pulled up holographic displays showing dozens of human technological achievements that had been deliberately hidden. Faster-than-light communications that didn't rely on relay networks. Weapons that could disable ships without destroying them. Medical technology that made Coalition hospitals look primitive. Manufacturing systems that could construct a warship in weeks instead of years.
"For 50 years, we've watched the Coalition elder species play their games. Territory disputes that never end. trade wars that benefit everyone except the junior members, military actions that coincidentally always serve Zen-3 interests.
Chin's expression hardened.
We're done being your subordinates. The Council will never accept. The Council will accept whatever we tell them to accept.
Chin interrupted.
Because we've just demonstrated that humanity could conquer half the coalition if we wanted to. We don't want to, we're not conquerors. But we're finished pretending to be inferior.
Vexthor's claws gripped his command chair.
You're threatening the entire coalition? We're offering partnership on equal terms. Real partnership, not the patronizing arrangement where elder species pat us on the head and tell us we're doing well.
Chin transmitted a data package.
Those are our new terms. Equal representation on the Council. Equal access to coalition technologies and resources. And complete sovereignty over human space. And if we refuse, then you'll discover what happens when the species you've been underestimating for 5 decades stops playing nice.
Chin gestured to the surrounding fleet.
This is just what we have in this sector, Commander. Imagine what we built across all of human space while you weren't paying attention.
The transmission ended. For 3 days, the Zen-3 fleet remained at the border while the Coalition Council debated frantically. Intelligence agencies across the Coalition scrambled to verify humanity's claims and discovered the terrifying truth. Humans had been innovating in secret for decades, sharing just enough technology to seem cooperative while hiding their true capabilities. The Council's vote was unanimous. Humanity's new terms were accepted in full. Admiral Chen watched the Zen-3 fleet withdraw and allowed himself a small smile. Humanity hadn't revealed all their secrets, only enough to shift the balance of power. The galaxy would now have to treat humans as equals, not because humanity had asked politely, but because they demonstrated the capacity to take equality by force if necessary. The age of humanity playing weak was over. The galaxy was about to learn what humans could accomplish when they stopped pretending and started competing on their own terms.